Dear Casita, who would have thought that exactly 1 year after we first met, we'd be saying goodbye? Last year, when I arrived, I imagined that by this time I would be pruning your trees and working in the garden, that the interior would be finished and it would be time to learn about gardening and film it for YouTube. I picture myself baking cakes in my dream kitchen and sitting at sunset to draw on my iPad at the table I would have placed in the prettiest part of the garden. I'm a dreamer, you know that, Casita. Some people think I came here because I was made to, as if the story had been forced, and I was just following someone else's steps like a little lapdog. But the truth is, after so many years of saying how much I wanted to live in a country house, I was probably the one who planted the seed of this idea. I know there are people who are always looking for someone else to blame, and others who believe the whole world should work accordingly to their own ideas. They say they listen and understand, but really they just hear what they want and assume we don't know what we're doing, as if we'd been bewitched and ended up in places that, in their eyes, were never meant for us. But it's not worth arguing to prove them wrong. Let everyone think what they want, as long as we know our own truth. What I never imagined was that everything would come crashing down so quickly. I don't regret coming here, nor do I regret staying all this time, learning from you and finding shelter within your walls. I feel like I have grown more in this time with you than in the previous 41 years of my life. Everything has been both fast and slow at the same time, intense. I came up from the comfort of a sunny Mediterranean city and had to adapt to the cold, the constant damp, the effort it took just to stay warm. I broke up floors, tore down walls, dragged stones. What a perfect metaphor for what was to come. I got used to not having a kitchen, to the dirt from the fireplace, to scattered construction tools, to the mess and the chaos, to the unfinished things and the bugs. At first, I was afraid of spiders. Now, I name them, and the biggest ones I set free outside. Many of our belongings are still in boxes, just as they arrived. But I learned to live without them, to live with less, to use little, to understand that the most important things are the essentials: health, a warm bed, a hot shower, food on the table, and good people around. I also realize how important it is to find kindred spirits, because I believe that in the end, what makes you feel like you belong somewhere is sharing it with those who resonate with you. Although, for me now, that remains a theory to be confirmed. I learned from the simplicity of this place. Time doesn't flow the same way here. I saw firsthand why the population is dwindling, why rural Spain is emptying. These are people with deeply ingrained ways, tough, but with enormous hearts. They solve problems with whatever they have, and above all, with a huge sense of community, something that has been lost in big cities. Here, I learned to ask for help when everything was slipping out of my hands. I'm sorry that what I experienced most within you was tears and a pain so intense that sometimes it left me breathless. I'm sorry that you never got to fully witness my true self, the ultra-creative being who always smiles, who invents, sings and dances wherever she goes. It's not your fault that the moment I step outside your walls, I feel freer and more at peace. None of this is your fault. In fact, I should be thanking you. Thank you for revealing a truth I didn't know, for pulling resilience out of me and making me stronger, for giving me shelter to get to know myself, accept myself, and map out new paths. For all the love and support I have received since I arrived here. But none of that matters anymore, Casita. My mark will remain on your walls, and a piece of the soul that broke and had to be left behind will linger in your energy. I will miss the birds singing in the morning, so clearly heard because most people are still asleep and the cars remain still. I will miss the smell of burning wood mixed with the scent of grass and damp earth, a scent I love so much. Seeing hawks, vultures, and foxes from the window, having the mountain right at my doorstep, and simply setting off on a walk. I look at you and feel sorry for you. In my mind, I can still picture you completed. Maybe in a parallel life, you are. Maybe in that life, you have my dream kitchen finished and we host gatherings with friends, light the barbecue and laugh until late into the night with no fear of disturbing anyone. Maybe in that other life, you have become a home. I don't know when I will see you again. Not too long, I suppose, since I'm living with so many loose ends. But what is certain is that I will no longer live within your walls. It's time for us to go our separate ways, and all I can do is wish you the best. That you are taken care of and finally rebuilt. That you get to have moments of glory again, gatherings and laughter. That you shine once more. I never imagined goodbye would come so soon, but that's how stories that transform us work. I hope that the next time I see you, I will be able to smile with gratitude for all the good that came after, and I will know that everything we went through together happened for a reason and was worth it. Thank you for everything, Casita.